Amanda Stanton was not like other girls. She was an explorer, curious, brave, and always ready to see the world in a new way. While other kids played inside, Amanda was outside, searching for hidden wonders and dreaming up wild adventures. To Amanda, her backyard wasn't just grass and trees. It became a wild jungle, full of mysterious sounds and secret paths. The little creek behind her house turned into a mighty river, rushing with excitement, and the patch of woods nearby was an uncharted forest waiting to be explored. With her explorer hat perched on her head, binoculars hanging around her neck, and a trusty notebook in hand, Amanda was always prepared for whatever adventure the day might bring. She wrote down every discovery, no matter how small, and drew maps of her journeys. She dreamed of finding things no one else had ever seen. Maybe a hidden waterfall sparkling in the sunlight, or a patch of glowing mushrooms lighting up the forest floor at dusk. Her imagination turned every ordinary moment into something magical. Amanda never explored alone. Her friends, Leo and Maya, were always by her side. Together, they called themselves the Trailblazer Trio, a team of fearless adventurers ready to face any challenge. Leo was the expert at spotting birds, able to find even the tiniest chickadee hidden in the leaves or the flash of a hawk soaring overhead. Maya was the planner and the provider, always ready with a backpack full of snacks, a carefully drawn map, and a clever idea for what to do next. And Amanda, with her boundless energy and fearless spirit, was the leader, guiding her friends through every twist and turn of their adventures. This summer felt different, more exciting, more mysterious. Amanda had drawn a big red X on her map, marking a place she'd only heard about in whispers: the Whispering Willows. Legend said the willow trees there could whisper secrets to those who listened closely. With hearts pounding and eyes wide with wonder, the Trailblazer Trio set their sights on their greatest adventure yet. The morning was perfect. Blue sky, warm sun, and a gentle breeze. Amanda, Leo, and Maya met at their usual spot, ready for the Whispering Willows. Amanda held up her map. "It's just past Miller's Creek and over the big hill." Leo hesitated. "That part of the woods looks thick." Maya smiled. "I packed extra juice boxes and cookies." They set off, singing songs and spotting caterpillars and wild daisies. The world felt bright and full of promise. As they walked deeper, the sounds of town faded, replaced by birds and crunching leaves. Amanda checked her compass. "We're getting close," she whispered. The air felt cooler, more mysterious. Adventure was just ahead. After crossing Miller's Creek, Amanda and her friends felt a sense of accomplishment. The creek was known for its tricky currents, and they had managed to cross it without any mishaps. Amanda noticed the wind picking up. It started as a gentle breeze but quickly grew stronger, rustling the leaves and making the trees sway. The sky darkened as huge angry clouds rolled in, swallowing the sun. The once bright and cheerful day was now overshadowed by an ominous gloom. Leo's voice trembled. "What's happening to the sky?" His eyes were wide with fear as he looked up at the darkening heavens. The forest fell silent. A distant rumble echoed. Thunder. The sound was low and menacing, sending shivers down their spines. Maya clung to Amanda. "My mom says thunder means a storm." Her voice was small and scared, and she held on to Amanda tightly. Amanda tried to sound brave. "It's just a summer storm." She forced a smile, hoping to reassure her friends, but inside, she was just as scared. Lightning flashed, thunder cracked, and rain began to pour. The storm had arrived with a vengeance, and there was no escaping it. In seconds they were soaked, the path turning to mud. Their shoes squelched with every step, making it hard to move quickly. The storm was wild and loud, drowning out their thoughts. The sound of the rain hitting the leaves was deafening, and the thunder seemed to shake the ground. The perfect day had vanished, replaced by fear. What was supposed to be a fun adventure had turned into a fight for survival. They were far from home, lost and scared. The forest, which had seemed so inviting earlier, now felt like a maze of danger. Amanda's heart pounded. She had to keep her friends safe. She took a deep breath, trying to calm her racing heart, and looked for a way out. The adventure had turned into a real test of courage. They would need all their strength and bravery to make it through the storm. "We have to find shelter," Amanda shouted over the storm. She grabbed Leo and Maya's hands. "Stay together!" Amanda scanned the woods, searching for safety. Lightning flashed, thunder boomed, and the rain pounded down. Then she spotted a cluster of rocks forming a small overhang. "There! Run!" she urged. They slipped and scrambled through mud and branches, racing the storm. Finally, they tumbled into the dry space under the rocks. Soaked and shivering, they huddled together, watching the storm rage outside. They were safe from the rain, but still lost and afraid. The space under the rocks was cramped but dry. The rain pounded relentlessly outside, creating a rhythmic drumming that echoed through the cave. Each drop seemed to carry the weight of their worries, but inside, they found a small measure of peace. For a moment, they just listened to the storm and caught their breath. The sound of the rain was almost hypnotic, a reminder of nature's power and their own vulnerability. They exchanged glances, silently communicating their shared relief at finding shelter. Amanda took charge. "Let's do a supply check," she said, her voice steady despite the situation. Her friends nodded, grateful for her leadership. They began to rummage through their bags, taking stock of what they had. Her map was ruined, but the flashlight worked, and snacks survived. They had a few bottles of water, some granola bars, and a couple of apples. It wasn't much, but it was enough to get them through the night. "We have food and water. We'll be okay," Amanda said, forcing a smile. Leo shivered, lips blue. The cold was seeping into their bones, but they tried to stay positive. Amanda's words were a small comfort, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Amanda gave him her jacket. Maya offered her spare sweater. They knew they had to stick together and share what they had. The warmth of their friendship was just as important as the physical warmth of the clothes. They layered up and huddled close, sharing warmth like penguins. The closeness brought a sense of security, a reminder that they were not alone in this ordeal. They could feel each other's heartbeats, a steady rhythm that kept fear at bay. The storm raged, but inside, hope flickered. The flashlight cast a warm glow on their faces, illuminating their determination. They knew they had to stay strong for each other, to keep the hope alive. Amanda realized being a leader meant caring for her friends. She checked on each of them, offering words of encouragement and comfort. Her actions spoke louder than words, showing her friends that they could rely on her. They squeezed together, a tight circle of courage. Their bond was their strength, a shield against the storm outside. They knew that as long as they had each other, they could face anything. The storm outside was fierce, but inside, they found comfort. The cave became a sanctuary, a place where they could regroup and gather their strength. The sound of the storm was a reminder of their resilience. They waited, listening, hoping for the rain to stop. Each minute felt like an eternity, but they knew they had to be patient. The storm would pass, and they would emerge stronger for having faced it together. Together, they were stronger than their fear. Their smiles, even in the face of adversity, were a testament to their unbreakable spirit. They knew that no matter what happened, they would face it together, as friends. As fear faded, determination grew. Amanda switched on her flashlight, making the shelter feel like a secret clubhouse. "Let's tell stories," she suggested. Leo spun a tale about a friendly ghost, making them laugh. Maya shared cookies and juice, lifting their spirits. They examined sparkling crystals in the rock, turning fear into discovery. Working together, they felt powerful. Each had a role. Amanda led, Maya prepared, Leo taught them about stones. They learned bravery meant facing fear together. In their tiny shelter, they became a true team. Slowly, the storm faded to a gentle drip. Sunlight pierced the clouds, and Amanda peeked outside. The world sparkled, washed clean by the rain. A rainbow arched across the sky, a promise of hope. They climbed out, wet and muddy, but safe. The path home was clearer, and Amanda led the way. They held hands, not from fear, but friendship. They felt older, wiser, changed by the adventure. At the park, their parents hugged them tight. Amanda looked back at the woods, grateful. She hadn't found the whispering willows, but she'd found something better. She learned that the best adventures are shared, and together, you can weather any storm.